Along with the 8-bar blues structure, a common form for the blues is the 12-bar round. The blues that we'll look at today, the Texas Boogie, is a 12-bar blues in the key of C major. I'll first of all show how this 12-bar form differs from the 8-bar blues. So we're in the key of C, so let's make our basic chord shapes. The left hand with a bass C plays a fifth, 5 notes up, to play a C and G. The right hand, notice that my little finger is also on a C, so we have 2 little fingers on Cs. Left hand 5 notes up, right hand plays a sixth. It's an E natural. This is our tonic chord, C major, and this is called the 1 chord. The 1 chord is the key you're in. I'll count the bars. First of all, in 12-bar blues, there's a 4-bar section on the 1 chord. So, if I count in a 4/4 time, it's C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 bars in C. Then there's 2 bars in what we call the 4 chord. The 4 chord in the scale of C, 4 notes up, is F. So we make the same shape, a fifth, F and C. And the easiest way to play the right hand shape is just to move your thumb down a semitone. Move a semitone down and we get this F7 shape here. Now there's 2 bars on this F chord or the 4 chord. F, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, and then you go back to the 1 chord, the C chord. C, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8 bars so far. The next bar is on the 5 chord. Count up 5. It's a G. Again, the same shape. G in a fifth. The right hand will ascend. You can see the thumb has come up a semitone, the little finger has gone up a tone. Get a G7 shape. There's 1 bar on this G chord. G, 2, 3, 4. Then back to the 4 chord, the F. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10 bars. The final 2 bars are the turnaround. And the turnaround is in C. Okay, let's put all that together. I'll count the beat. The first bar is in C. C, 2, 3, 4. Bar 2, 2, 3, 4. Bar 3, 2, 3, 4. Bar 4. Bar 5 is on the 4 chord. 2, 3, 4. Bar 6, 2. Back to the C chord for the 7th bar. 2. Bar 8. 2. Bar 9 is on the 5 chord. 3, 4. Bar 10 on the F chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the turnaround. And we go round and round until we've run out of things to say. And that's the structure of the 12-bar blues. Okay, let's look at the music now for Texas Boogie. As we've said, it's in the key of C major, no sharps and flats. Watch out for the old accidental. And the time signature, 4 crotchet beats in the bar. Very steady 4 beats. This symbol at the beginning means your quavers are played with a triplet feel. So if we look at our chord shape, in the left hand we have the C and G played 2 times, and then a D sharp and an E. Now, if that was a straight quaver, it would sound like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and that doesn't really have the feel we're after. We're after more of a 12/8 feel, really. Each beat has really 3 parts. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. So dum, dee, da, da, da. We're splitting the quaver, we're splitting the beat into 3 parts. Get used to playing that left hand, because we're going to be playing that shape in all our positions, C, F and G. When we play this part, the black key to the white key, the sharp to the natural, use 2 different fingers. Don't slide the 3rd finger, but use a 3rd finger and a 2nd finger. Get used to doing that. So let's do the whole of the left hand round. Remember, we've got 4 bars first of all on the C chord. Bar 2, bar 3, bar 4, change to F, 2 bars, back to C, our 5 chord, 1 bar, 1 bar and F, back to C. And then we round again. So that was our 12 bar round. The left hand needs to be learnt so that it sounds very strong and steady all the way through. That's the rock, the foundation on which the right hand is a bit more flamboyant over. So make sure the left hand is strong and steady. I'll play the left hand all the way through, because the second round, which ends at the end of page 3, has a slightly different ending, but basically it's the same thing all the way through. So I'll do it without talking too much. Just to go over that ending part, because of the different ending, if we look at the last F chord shape, we finish that bar on a C. And then these are offbeats, or the E is the offbeat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Got some offbeats there at the end. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's the left hand. I'll go over the right hand now, and I'll stop at any tricky parts that might come up. Let's start with this little roll at the beginning. Now, if you've learnt how to play a C major arpeggio, then if we add an A in as well, but keep the same shape, then you're in a good position to play the whole of the first page in its C shape, keeping your hand in that shape, keeping these third and fourth fingers as a kind of pivot for which we can do all the other notes. Get used to this slide. In the right hand you can slide your second finger from the D sharp to the E natural. Get used to that slide. It gives you an opportunity to play some of these nice runs. So get used to that slide there. Other than that, you're using these fingers for these notes. The thumb might double up for the D. That's the introduction. E and C. Keeping your hand still. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's a D. There's the slide, D sharp to E. Finishing on a D and B flat. So from the beginning. Use these fingers. 1 and 5, 1 and 4, 1 and 3. Then we're back. Same run. So that's the C shape. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. Now I've kept my hand pretty much still for the entire C part. Now I can change the shape into the F shape. That means a second finger on G, a fourth finger on C, and we get this. The E is now flat. 1 and 2 that's the F line. 1 and 2. Keeping your hand still. Back into the C shape, E natural. Going into the G shape on page 2. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and 3 notes on the and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Here's my G shape. G and E flat, C, these are sixths. And we're ready for our turnaround. Before we do the turnaround, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. And here comes the turnaround. This turnaround is quite typical of someone like Albert Ammons or Meadluck Lewis of the Chicago Blues Players. So 1, 2. So from this bar here, bar 7, 1 and 2, semiquavers. Use these fingers, 1, 2, 1, D, D sharp, E. simply go up and then back down. Finishing it off with E flat, G flat, and then a little roll down. Notice that the roll is not particularly difficult because my fingers are already in the right place. And we're ready for round 2. This is the C shape. We've done this roll before. Don't worry about that sound there. It's going to be a clash, but a nice clash. Now the thumb will go on the A to go into our. Let's put the thumb here. Second finger over, back to the thumb. Into our F shape. You can tie the A, you don't need to play the A again. On the beat. 1, 2, 3. This is a B flat and D. So, 1, 2, 3. Need to change the fingers over there to a 5 and 3. 5 and 3 for the B flat. So that we're back into our C shape but in a new octave. Easy enough. Now we're going into the G shape. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, A sharp, B natural, G, E with your third finger there at the end, and we're into the final F chord. Same as the first page. Now our ending. Think of an octave between C and C, with the middle note, the B flat, coming down in semitones. The left hand comes up in semitones. The right hand, the note you've got to watch is the B flat coming down in semitones. Before you start trying to put the whole thing hands together slowly, it's useful to play the right hand with just the changes. So don't worry about the whole of the left hand, but play the fifths, play the changes, so it'll sound like this. G, F, C. That way you're getting used to when the chord changes without confusing matters too much about playing the entire thing. So you know when the change is coming. But we'll try it now slowly with hands together. 1, 2, 3, and